to ask a follow-up to the question regarding funding for the Arctic that I presented in the Energy Committee. I mentioned to you that under the implementation plan that the administration has for the National Strategy for the Arctic Region, that DOI has oversight or lead for 5 different projects, as well as being designated as a supporting agency. What I would like to get from you, Secretary, is an individual or a point of contact that we can be working with on these Arctic initiatives, whether it is what you're doing with the Integrated Arctic Management Implementation Plan or the invasive species project. What I'm trying to determine, I am moving forward with an Arctic initiative. It's kind of my Arctic week, and you're going to be invited to be part of the Arctic Caucus tomorrow, having an opportunity to speak on the floor about what it is that I think we need to do from a legislative perspective. The administration is obviously moving forward with multiple directives as we advance towards the Arctic Council. But one of my frustrations has been with every agency having a little bit of a piece of it, there's nobody that really has that ownership. So I'm looking for that point person within your department, whether it's all the way up to the top to you, or whether you have a deputy secretary or somebody underneath. I would like to know that we can work with them to determine how we're coming with these benchmarks. So if you can provide me with that, I would appreciate it.
Just quickly, because I know you probably got other questions you want to ask. Tommy Bodrow, my chief of staff, who you know, an Alaskan, is my point person on Arctic issues, and you already know Tommy, so I would direct you there. I'd also say that we have detailed a full-time person over to the State Department to coordinate our efforts with theirs, as they're the lead role on the Arctic Council. And across a number of our bureaus, there are investments in the Arctic specific to the 5 areas we're responsible for the Arctic Council. So we're happy to identify each of those for you. But Tommy is probably the easiest focal point for you to work with.
I appreciate that. And he's very, very conversant in all these areas. I appreciate that.